Okay, hi and welcome to Second Life. This is the program that I was kind of proposing that we might want to use for some future RPing. It's completely free. As you can see, it's not a Star Trek game all through and through. It's just a 3D simulation, but there is a very active RP community. So what I wanted to do to start out is I'm going to go ahead and switch my clothing over. Everything about your appearance is fully customizable. So I went ahead and put my uniform on. You can change your appearance in all manner of different ways. So just as an example, if I wanted to look at my head, or well actually my ears, I can go down here and I can adjust the, for example, the pointiness. And hey, now I am, well, right now I look like an elf. Why don't we go ahead and tone that down a little bit? There we go. Now I'm a Vulcan, ready to be all logical and answer your questions and help out. We'll revert for now, don't want to keep that. But, so I'm going to go into the, to my inventory here, and you can actually search through. You can carry an unlimited number of items. Sometimes it takes a while to get them all from the server if you've got a lot. But I can search, for example, for my phaser Type 2 from the original series, and I can attach that on. So there, wearing that. And then, let's see, what else? How about my tricorder? And I'll go ahead and put that on. Oh, that's the original series model. Don't want that one. Let me go ahead and put on... Come on. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now I'm set. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the search menu here. And we're searching for places, and I'm going to put in Star Trek. And this is just, you know, you can see there's a whole ton of results that come up. We're just going to look at that very first one. So I'll say, yes, I want to go there. Move over to that area. Now, this is what I was talking about. It takes a little while for everything to kind of pop up. But here we are. And there are other people here. This is like some of those other online games. There are real people just wandering about, and some of them are role-playing, some of them are just building the community or building set pieces. Looks like these folks are building a shuttlecraft. They're kind of into the furry movement. There are some people that are into that here. I personally think that's a little bit weird, but there's a guy in the back there. Yeah, so there are some people that are just full human as well, and you know, this is somebody else's community, but we could always go right ahead and make our own. Let's go chat with that guy. Not sure what's going on with this person, but this person's building as well, and I'll show you a little more about that later. But we can go over here this way. Here, I'll show you jumping. Yeah. Yay. So we can come over to this guy, and I can just type out greetings. How you doing? And we'll see what he says. So RPs would work pretty much the same way that they work in EF through typing. They're also planning on incorporating voice over IP support into the program, so we could use that as well. The architecture is pretty similar to Elite Force. Some of the lines are kind of hard, but I think it looks good. Pretty good anyway. So we'll go ahead and walk over this bridge here. Head down so that I can show you some of the architecture on the inside. People here are really creative. Like, for example, if you look up there, the street sign said Majel Avenue and Picard Avenue. Majel Barrett, obviously, Gene Roddenberry's wife, Loxana Troy, and Picard. So, go ahead and enter in here. So this is a building that somebody has put together, and everything in here is user created. And again, I'll show you more about creating things later on. So there you go, get a little bit of an idea of the view and everything. Okay, so here we're outside, Impulse Drive, that's a great name for a street. You can see that we have a lot more control over what we do with the camera than we had in Elite Force. So you really can look around and see things the way you want to see them, which I think is all to the good. There, yes, that is a Stargate out there. That's nice. So let's see, I'm gonna search through. I actually have a landmark that somebody sent me for the bridge for this community. So there, we'll teleport over now. Here we are. This is the bridge. Doesn't look too shabby, I don't think. Down here we have a little bit of corridor, and we can take this down. Look at the transporter room. Back to the bridge. Let's see. Over here, we can actually go to the turbo lift, and we can use the controls. I've been in mouse look most of the time to move around. To interact with some of the things, you've got to leave mouse look. So we'll go ahead and change the destination on here, and we'll tell the panel, and it's popping up with options. Don't know if you can read those in the lower left, but we'll go down to engineering and check that out. So just like all of the maps, some of the areas are better than others, but we can build our own location to the specifications that we want. So there's a lot of possibilities. There's the warp core in there. Consoles don't beep when pressed as much as we're used to. Okay, this is the sick bay. That thing I'm touching on the bio bed is called a posing balm. And that allows you to change the way the avatar looks. Poses are better than I think they'll ever be in Elite Force. So I can look around, and while I'm changing some of these panels for you to look at, I'd like to remind you again that this is completely free for anybody to download and play, and you can explore the whole world. The only thing that costs a little bit of money is if you actually want to buy some land and a place for everybody to go. But if we're going to have this instead of a server, then the money that's currently going toward a server could go toward getting us a plot in here. Okay, back to the bridge. I wanted to show you one last thing, which is actually creating objects. I've created this ball here, and I've actually turned on the physics for it, so I can actually run into it, move it around. You can see it move in there because it's been hit. And this is just very simple. With a little bit of time, you can create some amazing things. Everything around on the bridge has been created this same way, but I just turned the physics off for that. And if I just modify its position a little bit, just as an example of the kind of thing that we could do, we'll go ahead and modify this position. None. Takes a little while to get used to the movement, but we'll kind of embed that in the screen. We can go and make it a little bigger. Let's see. Where's the scale? There we go. Scale that up a little. Oh, too big. So there we go. I can put that on there. I can go in. Yeah, position's fine. I'll move it a little bit up towards the center. But I can go in. I could change the texture on there to, let's see, what are some of the options? Moss. Oh, green planet? No, that won't work. That's a nebula. There we go. That's actually a fence or flooring of some kind, but we can be creative with that. Put that on there, change its color a little bit to red. And again, everything would look much better if you put a little time into it, but I'm trying to keep this video short. So there you go. And suddenly from back here, there you go, for all intents and purposes, there's a planet on screen. So anyway, this is an option that we can look at. It cost us less money. I like